You're naked, there's a 14-year-old girl, you're chasing a cat around, you've got Cool Whip, and you want this girl to do some sex act with the cat, and then you'll have sex with her.
What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to watch a clip from the show To Catch a Predator, featuring host Chris Hansen. I love Chris. You've probably heard of this show. It is everywhere. It's all over YouTube. There are Facebook pages dedicated to it. It is still very relevant. And I say still because the show was canceled. The show originally started as something that wasn't broadcasted on TV. It began as a group of people who would just get together, make up screen names in chat rooms, and pretend to be underage boys and girls. And they would just go into these chat rooms and wait. And they didn't have to wait for very long. Most of the cases were, they said, they were in the chat room for 5-10 minutes and they had people hitting them up and not just being friendly, talking in a actual way with them. And they always let the person know, I'm underage, this is my age. So there's no like confusion, you know, so the perpetrator can't be like, oh, well, I thought they were older, because they keep all the transcripts. So all the proof is there. They keep everything. And so the proof is there. They're not convincing these guys to do it. The guys choose to do it on their own. So that's how it began. And I don't know how it gained enough traction where a show picked it up. And once the show picked it up, it became big enough that law enforcement was convinced to start working with the show. And once law enforcement started working with the show, it was no longer about just exposing these predators. It was about getting them convicted. And they had all the proof, and it was very easy for them to convict these people. And so that's what the show became. The show started in 2004, and it only lasted 4 years and was canceled in 2008. And I think that's crazy that it was only on air for 4 years, because it's everywhere still. So, but they didn't get canceled for any regular reason. It was a very tragic ending, and at the end of this video, I will go into depth about how and why it was canceled. So, let's watch it.
Justice Decoy is playing the part of a 14-year-old named Cindy. She's talking to this man, Marvin Lachan, screen name Crazy Trini 85. They met in an online chat room. Cindy tells him she's a virgin, and he sends her a picture of his genitals. Crazy Trini 85 asks her if she'll try anal sex and adds, it's better than regular sex.
Disgusting.
Then he asks her if she has a jacuzzi.
I'm a you in there. And on your mom's bed?
Why not my bed?
That too. I'm a you in every room, so no matter where you go, you'll remember me.
A grown man.
Next, he asks her if she has any pets. Cindy says she has a male cat, and you won't believe what Crazy Trini 85 asks next.
You know what would be a huge turn on for me?
What?
He wants to watch her perform a sex act
No
on a cat.
way.
He says people do it all the time. They discuss it further on the phone, where he tells her they'll need Cool Whip. The decoy says she'll try it if he's willing to strip off all his clothes and walk into her house naked.
Is he really going to do this?
As we told you before, according to law enforcement, asking a suspect to bring or do something specific demonstrates intent.
Shows intent.
There's like a green thing over the back door.
The decoy keeps talking to him as he walks up the driveway.
I'm gonna find my cat quick, okay? Just strip in there and I'll be out with the cat.
He is not going to do this.
He's coming around.
Okay, yeah, just, like whatever you want. I guess good, because that was the deal, right?
This is a man who apparently sticks to a deal. He walks in the back door, takes off all his clothes in the laundry room, and goes in search of the decoy.
Oh, hell no.
Wait, just take a seat.
No.
Have a cookie. I made that.
was kind of a little.
Oh, you
You want to
perv.
explain yourself? Grab that towel right there, please.
They were ready with the
Wrap it around
towel.
yourself, and please sit in that stool. What are you doing?
Making a mistake.
Making a mistake.
That's not a mistake.
What is going on in your mind? You don't know.
You are a sick
Now, what do you
piece
think would have
of
happened
crap.
had I not been here and had there actually been a 14-year-old girl in that next room? What would have happened after you walked in there naked?
Something probably would have happened.
Something like what?
Something along sexual lines.
Like you would have had
God.
sex with a 14-year-old girl.
I'm not sure if I would have done that, but
Sure,
Marvin,
you
you're
would
naked.
have.
I wouldn't have gone all the way. I wasn't going.
You went all the way when you took your clothes off, just about.
Then I ask him about the plans he talked about online for the cat.
You know what would be a huge turn on for me? What? Watching you blank him, meaning the cat. She says, I don't think I want to blank the cat. Would you for me? You're going to make this 14-year-old girl perform a sex act on a cat.
Sick.
Was that your plan?
It really wasn't.
Yes,
Well,
it
why did you
was.
say it then?
I was just messing around with it. I wasn't.
You're just
really
messing
serious.
around.
I really wasn't serious about the cat.
You gave her instructions about using Cool Whip. Very specific instructions. I mean, I can only imagine what would have been going on in this house had I not been here. Am I wrong to think that?
No, you're not.
So what's going to be happening if I'm not here? You're naked, there's a 14-year-old girl, you're chasing a cat around, you've got Cool Whip, and you want this girl to do some sex act with the cat, and then you'll have sex with her.
That line right there, it turned into a meme. You're naked, you're chasing a cat around, you got Cool Whip. Yeah, that became a meme. I mean, of course. What's sick to me is that this dude is butt naked, and you can see that he's sitting on the chair with this on the chair, like he doesn't even have the towel fully wrapped around himself, talking to a grown man about what he wanted to do to a child with a cat. And he's just cool. He's just sitting there naked, like not even covering himself up. Like his ass is on the chair. Like the level of sickness that is going on in this episode is appalling.
Is that accurate? Yes.
Then Crazy Trini 85 asks for some water.
Some water?
Yes, please.
Ah,
Saw
die
that
of
running around
thirst.
naked got you pretty dried out there. Huh?
See?
Have you ever
He's just
met
sitting
any
on the
young
chair.
girls online? First time.
Yeah, this is the first time,
Nope.
which will never happen again. I can tell you that. for
The
now.
nearly naked man starts laughing.
So it's funny.
No, I'm just thinking it to myself that this will never happen again. This is not something. No, it's not right.
So you're promising me right now that you'll never
I'm promising myself that I'm not.
hook up with a 14-year-old girl online, tell her to have sex with a cat, and walk into her house naked.
Not even under 19.
Sure.
I'm just no. I'm promising that to myself.
All
not
of a
even
sudden
to
you have
just
morals.
This is not good.
Now he's about to find out that he just made that promise on national television.
Well, there's something else you need to know. I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
Bring out the
We're doing a
cameras.
story on adults who try to meet teens online.
Yes, sir.
Now, if there's anything else you'd like to say about this predicament you're now in, we'd love to hear it.
Just trust me, it'll never happen again.
And if there's nothing else you have to say, then you're free to walk out that door where you stripped naked and walked in. You can keep the towel.
I'll just leave it in the lunchroom.
That's fine.
Once he gets his clothes back on, he walks outside and is arrested by that camouflaged officer.
Boom. They got the ghillie suit out.
He's taken to the transfer station and searched.
Where do you live at?
In Fort Lauderdale.
yeah, hopefully you won't do it again, because you won't get the opportunity to do it again from prison. That's where you belong. You belong in prison. And every one of those inmates should know why you're there. Whew, this makes me mad. But, yeah, I love how they brought out the ghillie suit. They had him do specific things to show intent, and then took him down in the end. And I hope he was prosecuted as much as he could be. But so the tragic way that To Catch a Predator ended was when they were doing a sting, and this was in 2008 when the show stopped. So it was in 2008, and a man was talking to a 13-year-old girl, and they did not know who this man was. The names that they have are just random, and he ended up not meeting the girl there. He didn't end up showing, but they knew where he lived, so they raided his house. And come to find out, it was the assistant district attorney in Rockwell County, Texas, Louis Conrad. And knowing, they came in there and they realized who he was. And him knowing that his life was absolutely over, rightfully, he got it and shot himself. And so that's why they ended the show, because now people could say, oh, you're putting people's lives in danger. And, he got what he wanted, If you have to do something in the darkness so much that you want to kill yourself, if someone finds out, you're in the wrong. You are wrong. You're doing something horribly, horribly wrong. And that's exactly what Louis Conrad did. And honestly, I think he got what he deserved. But that's just me. So yeah, that is the story of To Catch a Predator. I watch these all the time because it's really interesting. And it's great to be able to see the behind the scenes stuff that they do to catch these guys. And I know a lot of amateur people do this as well. It's easy. And in the Catch the Predator show, they make a point to never be the first one to message the perp. They are never the first one to message them. They just wait. And they say that within a 5-minute period, they have multiple guys hitting up this underage girl or boy, and they never initiate the actual aspect of the conversation. So it's not entrapment at all. They're just there to videotape it, and when the people show up, the cops are there to arrest them. So I wish the show was still around. But yeah, they've had cops on the show, teachers on the show, everybody. And people from the military on their show. Everybody. There's sick people in every corner of the world. So just watch out, especially with your kids. Just be careful. But yeah, that's it for this one. Let me know if you want me to do more To Catch Predator videos. I probably will. Because they've got some crazy ones. So yeah, I will see you on the next one. Have a great day.